Welcome back to Celebrity Radio. It's Alex Belfield talking to some of the country's biggest stars and some of my favourite people. And we've got one for you today. Brendan Cole, how are you?
Hello, I'm very, very well, thank you.
Do you know, it's nice to see you. There I was last year, and I know I'm a nobody, but I phoned up your executives and I said, could I have a ticket to see him in Grantham in this live show all night long? And they said, no, he's sold out, you can't have a ticket. I said, well, I'll sit on the floor. They said, oh, all right, then you can come. What an extraordinary success this has been.
Oh, thank you very much. Sorry you had to sit on the floor. Thank you. It's been a phenomenal thing that I've been doing. I've been have my own productions now for 10 years. This is my fourth and producing my fifth one for next year as well now. I absolutely love it. It's it's better to put on a big show for people to come along and see and hopefully enjoy. It's the best thing in the world.
You can go to brendancolelive.com to get tickets. You're on tour through October and November. My review basically went like this: a classy, nostalgic, old school, feel-good night out for the entire family. That's really what it is, isn't it?
I tried to have it like that. Yeah, but with Strictly being such a massive success and having such a diverse audience, you have to have something for everybody, whether it be children or gran and granddad. You've got to cater to the masses, and it's a tricky thing to do when putting on a theatre production because not everybody's going to like everything. But if you try and keep it as generic as you can with the content, have music to suit young and old, and we have the big stage. We have the big band, 13 musicians on stage, 8 dancers on stage, and it's a pretty big show. So I think together we cater for everybody, and hopefully that feel-good factor comes across where people come along to the theatre and go, do you know what, I've had a blooming good night out of the theatre. That's ultimately what I want.
You do these bits where you talk to the audience and you seem totally at ease. You like that, don't you?
I love it. What more could you want? You come along to the theatre. People have paid hard-earned money to come and see you and for you to entertain them, and the chance for them to get to know you off air, as in not on Strictly. You get 30, 40 seconds to big up your celebrity partner. This is my show, and I talk to them and have a bit of fun with them. And because the band and the dancers, because we tour now for so many years, you have camaraderie and you have banter between you as well, and that comes across on stage. And I think together with all of the elements that you mentioned, the lighting, the costume, the dance, the live music, it's just an all-encompassing thing where people can hopefully get all-round good old-fashioned entertainment. I
have to say, I felt a bit sorry for you that night. You'd come from a gig the night before, you'd been stuck on the A1, you'd got to load in the show, load out the show the night before. It's tough on the road, and this is a really grueling schedule for you. You must be exhausted by the end of it.
You are. However, it's what I do, and if it were, this is an extended run actually we've been touring this particular production now for 2 years, and now that I'm not doing Strictly anymore, it's an opportunity to get out and go to some of the venues that we haven't managed to take the production to. So that the October-November run is very much for those venues that playing venues we've never actually been to before, which is very exciting for me, and I think that adds an element of come on, let's go and do this. It's the first time here. Let's really put on an incredible show for the people that haven't been able to see us before. And I think as long as you are happy on the stage, which I absolutely am, you're going to give yourself 100% to the job and to the audience. And when you do that, the audience give back to you, and it's a vicious circle of feel good, which makes you keep going. It's an incredible feeling. The last time we spoke was 3 days before you had your baby. So I'll ask you the same question. How's your life now? I'm juggling. I'm juggling babies, and not literally, and work and pleasure and my wife and just time. It's I've never been busier, which is fantastic. The little baby, he is magnificent, and my daughter is amazing with him. She's now 5. In fact, this morning I was actually doing a live interview to BBC Radio Leeds, and he woke up and he started making his gorgeous little noises. My daughter came down, Daddy, Dante's awake. And I was like, oh, go and look after him while I'm on the phone. And I came up afterwards, and she was sitting in his cot. He had his first night in his big cot last night because he's outgrown his little one. And she was sitting there playing with him, and I just thought, oh, this is the best thing in the world, and it's gorgeous. And then you have to obviously get ready for school, and it's all chaos and pandemonium until you have to come and do work. So life is busy, as you can tell. I'm going to ask you a question that I've got to ask. There's an elephant in the room. Yesterday in the papers again, they announced this tour, and then there's been this story about one of your lead singers. I have to say, I know Jelly Lee James. She's one of my favourite people. She's got a magnificent voice. How distressing is it to keep seeing this being regurgitated again and again? It can't be easy for you or your wife. I tend not to pay any attention to it. To be honest, I know it's there. Yes, the annoying thing about that particular photo, where I do have my hand on it, on my singer's top of her backside. The three of us, my two singers, my Ian and Jenna, the three of us were out on a bit of a night out, catch up after the last tour, and said goodbye, hug, put my hand there. Bad move, Brendan. A particular newspaper is very much out to get me, and they're going to keep coming, and I'm going to keep ignoring them. My private life is fantastic. My wife is an incredible woman, and we're very strong and very happy together. So they can keep trying, and with their salaciousness, but.
Very distressing to see it, because you can see the agenda there is to cause trouble. I guess the strength between you and your wife is all that really matters, and actually none of it matters, does it? Tomorrow it's chip paper.
Well, that's the theory, but of course, these sort of things do have consequences, and they'll keep trying. But listen, there's not a lot you can say to it other than you've just got to try and ignore it and pretend it's not there, and hope that the people that are reading the nonsense sort of see the bigger picture and look through. Yes, it does look pretty bad, but I can't take it back. I can't remove my hand. It was already there. But thanks for them for cutting my friend out of the picture at the same time. That's the way it goes.
So you weren't alone that night?
No. The three of us had a fantastic night out. So never mind. It happens, and it's not the first time they've tried. And in hindsight, the silly thing to do, but you can't change what's already happened. All you can do is look forward and go, well, let's hope that you don't do anything silly.
And I guess you'll all be back on tour from October
Indeed.
Together, and there she will, wowing with these incredible songs. And lest we forget, regardless of that photo, this is one of the greatest singers in West End history. She's done some of the biggest shows, and she made your show look great.
She's an incredible performer. Both my singers, Ian and Jenna, are amazing. We're all fantastic friends, and that's the thing about being on a tour. You are really, really close. You bond instantly. You become each other's family for the few months that you're on tour, and we have a ball, and I think that comes across on stage, and it comes across off stage as well. We all have a great time together. We're very lucky.
One of the things I was amazed about your tour was the band. I mean, it's extraordinary that you put that much money into it. I just saw a brand new musical last week, which is one of the biggest, touring for 2 years, that doesn't even have a band. You could chop and save money. You choose not to do that. That's extraordinary.
Yeah, it's always been a very important part of touring to me is to give people an absolute experience. And I must say, I've got to tell you, it's getting tighter and tighter because the budgets are being squeezed. There are so many shows. I think there are about 15 different Strictly productions within the next year. So obviously, if there's only so much food in a pond, if you know what I mean. So we've got to be careful and try to get the most out of it. And I think for the next production, this production, I'm keeping it as it is because it works the way it is. But next year, I might try and reduce things so we can put more money into other areas. But it's a very tough thing to do because I want people to come along and have the best experience. And if the band is reduced from what I had last time, it's never going to feel quite the same for us on stage or for the audience. But we're going to keep plugging away.
And you are sort of bringing back that halcyon day of the big Blackpool show, the big dance show with the live band, the live music. And that's the atmosphere you're trying to create, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's very important. Equally, congratulations to you for selling out. I mean, that's so hard to do. I go in theatres all the time that are literally empty for good shows as well. It is tough to sell tickets. Why you, Brendan? Why are people so captivated by you? It does seem you get more column inches, you get more online trending, you get more social media reaction than anybody, I think, in Strictly history. It's remarkable.
Really? Oh, thank you, I think. I don't know. It's nice to be... listen, not everybody listening right now is going to like me. There will be people out there that'll have an opinion. He's an idiot and I don't like him. Why am I listening to him? And that's fine. What you've got to try and do is stay true to yourself. I'm very strong-minded. I'm very passionate about what I do. I do call a spade, and some people will love that. Some people will absolutely hate it. And I think that's that whole Marmite saying, isn't it? You either like or you hate it. And I'm very much a character like that. Hopefully it's enough to make people excited about what I'm doing. Not everybody, I know, that's fine. But as long as I'm putting on good productions and have great friends around me and the people are still enjoying it, I'm going to keep doing it.
When will we see you back on TV, Brandon? Come on, we need you back on TV.
I'm actually filming a show for the next 2 weeks, which is really bad timing for the upcoming tour. I don't know, but I'm away for the next 2 weeks filming. I think that comes out in April next year, and there are various bits and bobs of TV that I do, just little days here. And I'm doing a column for Hello magazine, which will be interesting. I've actually now got to watch the entire Strictly, which I hadn't thought about when I said yes to doing the column. But I'll be giving my insight into the Strictly of this year. I didn't really think it through when I said yes to doing the column. I thought, yeah, it'd be great to do. And now I've actually realizing what it feels like to not be in the show. Obviously, all my friends are there. They're doing this show with social media. See them all the time on the social. They are great friends of mine, so we're in touch. And I know what's going on behind the scenes when each thing is happening. And that's quite a hard thing to deal with, I suppose. At the same time, new chapter, new beginning. The Strictly came along and it was a brand new chapter in my life, and it was a very exciting one, and it lasted 15 years. That's quite something. And now, yes, the show goes on, but my new chapter is starting, and whatever is around the corner, I will embrace, and we'll see what happens.
Congratulations on everything. You can find out more by going to the website. Go to brandoncolelive.com. Get all your tickets there for all night long, and keep updated on the new tour for 2019. Always lovely to talk to you. Thank you for your time.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Really cool.